Minnesota Vikings need to bench quarterback Kirk Cousins, and it's not because of the reasons that you think. Like, yes, a big part of it would be his performance this season. 10 interceptions through 6 games, lost 2 fumbles already, just staring down receivers like he's a rookie, a deer in headlights in his first game. It's inexcusable the way that this 9-year veteran is playing. And also, even in spite of all the garbage time, Kirk is clocking in career lows in QB rating at 88.2 as well as QBR at 49.8 since he became a full-time starter in 2015, which is just absolutely amazing because Kirk Cousins is a lot of things. Reliable in garbage time has always been one of them. Even this year, not so much. But there is one reason why Kirk needs to sit down and be benched, and it's because of one thing: money. And with Kirk Cousins, it's always about money, isn't it? Because Kirk's 2022 base salary of $35 million is currently only injury guaranteed. Now, on the off chance that Kirk is abducted by aliens and that guarantee kicks in for 2022, Vikings cannot have that on the books or even risk having that on the books because it would severely limit their options with what they can do with the Pride of Michigan State this offseason. Because like we said before, his 2022 base salary becomes fully guaranteed on the 3rd day of the new league year. So the Vikings could try to trade him, or they could just straight up cut him, eat the $21 million base salary due to him next year, and just move on with life. So that option, it sucks. I don't know if the Vikings would actually do that, but if it comes to it, it may come down to that nuclear option. They may go ahead with it. But if Kirk has an injury / alien abduction and the Vikings have him on the books for 2022 for that guaranteed $35 million that kicks in with the injury, and then they have to find a new quarterback, even with Kirk's $31 million cap hit in 2021, even with his $45 million cap hit in 2022, that's no bueno. It's not good. And even with a rookie quarterback, that severely limits what the Vikings can do in free agency as well as retaining their own talent. And it completely negates one of the great advantages of having a starting rookie quarterback on his rookie deal is that you can spend all the money elsewhere, right? So that sucks. And also, if this sounds familiar, you're sitting your quarterback because you don't want him to get hurt and then you'd have to pay him. Let's go back to 2015, Washington, the year that Kirk became a full-time starter. So Washington, in their infinite genius, picked up RG3's 5th-year option for the 2016 season. Back then, 5th-year options were only injury guaranteed, so they could just pull it before the 3rd day of the new league year. No muss, no fuss, whatever. And also, given RG3's injury history, Washington, they refused to play him because on the off chance that he got hurt and then would cash in on that $16.155 million 5th-year option in 2016. Instead, he was healthy. They rescinded it, and then he moved on to be a backup with the Browns and now with the Ravens, right? So one of the big reasons, one of the main drivers why Kirk Cousins became a full-time starter in Washington, not only because RG3 was garbage, but because they didn't want to play him on the off chance that he would get injured and they have to pay out those injury guarantees. So now the Vikings, it's unfortunate because, just having like a mid-round quarterback to build around would be nice, but the Vikings have absolutely nothing behind Kirk. So they have Sean Mannion, Jake Browning, Nate Stanley, And frankly, that's one of the Machiavellian reasons why we believe that Kirk Cousins has been like, hey, I don't want Kyle Sluter, the guy who's a gamer, the guy who's a fan favorite. I don't want him sitting behind me in the off chance that I play bad enough to get benched. Can't have that. But I will take a Trevor Siemian. I will take a Sean Mannion and a Jake Browning and Nate Stanley behind me because that's his failsafe. Because if Kirk plays so bad that he could potentially get benched like he has been this season, the Vikings coaching staff and fans are like, never mind. Yeah, we don't want to see Sean Mannion out there either. But as the season wears on, and if Kirk Cousins continues to death spiral this year, and it's clear that Kirk is not the future, the Vikings may have to take a long, hard look and sit his ass down on the freak chance that there could be an alien abduction that would suddenly throw a wrench in their plans for 2022 and beyond. Because the Vikings, if they can, they need to avoid that $35 million balloon payment that Kirk Cousins is due in 2 years. And if sitting his ass down, making him wear a ball cap, and just sitting there and brooding while we suffer through Nate Stanley or Jake Browning or even Sean Mannion, then so be it. All right, if you're going to be bad the right way, and don't hamstring this franchise even more, and don't tether it even more to Kirk Cousins, and let him drag down the franchise for the next couple of years. Just don't do that. Just like, it is what it is. cut off the wound, stop throwing good money after bad, and move on with life. But your thoughts. The real reason why the Vikings should bench Kirk Cousins, let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work, pull something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skull, production value.